Welcome back to the Obsessed With podcast. We're your hosts, Kim and Aaron. Once again, we've been out for a minute, a little hiatus, but we are back because today is another special day in the Travsessed world. Bali 6 is launching today.
Yeah, so usually we release our podcast on Thursday, but this Thursday, clearly we didn't do that because, life things going on. So we're just going to release this Sunday. So if you're listening to this Sunday, what day is it? February 1st. We are launching Travsessed Bali tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are basically, if you're on our email list, you'll receive an email that basically has all the information about the Bali trip. Sales page, itinerary, all of the things, what's included. And then you can sign up from there. So,
I kind of want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like we just said it at the beginning, Bali 6, right? And Bali is such a special place for us. And it always will be. And I know the hot topics out there, just like Bali's overrated and all this kind of stuff. And we've talked about that before. But I do think that I'm so excited for this trip, this particular Bali 6. I think the way it's done, we really shifted. We shifted things around. It just feels like it's perfection.
Yeah. I agree. I'm really so we weren't even going to run a Bali trip this year. And we did. So originally we were going to run Thailand in November, but we decided to run the Thailand trip. It's going to be in February of 2027. So we had this gap and we were like, November is a great month. Let's do a pop-up trip. And so we were going to either do Bali or New Zealand. And so we decided to do Bali. And we reworked the trip. We've run this trip 5 times. It's an amazing trip, but we've really whittled it down to what I think is an incredible trip that really shows you all the aspects of Bali, the different sides of Bali, and kind of cut out some stuff that, we just kind of wanted to cut out and infuse some more value into other aspects of it. And I think it's going to be an amazing trip. So now we said we're not personally going to run another Bali trip for a while, but now that we've kind of reworked things, we're like, okay, I'm so excited to go back and run this trip the way that we've designed it now. And then that will probably be the last time we personally do a Bali trip for a while.
Yeah. And just for some backstory on that, Kim and I's personal belief is, number one, we want this to be a healthcare traveler, a place that travelers can come and run trips and build leadership skills and take on these trips and hold the Travsessed brand and kind of really make this bigger than ourselves. And so that is our ultimate goal. But there's also a deep value in Kim and I being the leaders of this and really understanding these things backwards and forwards. So that way we can provide the most assistance to our guides that are out there running these trips. And we really feel like we've nailed this one. We just have to run it through and see it through. And, we thought we had it last one. We ran it and felt like there were some more adjustments that needed to be made. But I think through the 6, this one is going to be the one that just rings.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because I got you know how Facebook does the memories or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
And so it was the January of 2017. So it was the day, what was that, 9 years later, or 9 years ago. And it was top of Mount Batur. And it was this was you 9 years ago. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy. Because that was the first time we had ever gone to Bali. And that was such a huge trip for us because we had never been anywhere like that. And we were like, oh my gosh, where are we? Those first couple of days, in Seminyak, where we were walking the streets and we're like, oh my gosh, it was just you knew you were in another country,
Yeah.
And that was such a big, powerful trip for us. And the picture was on top of Mount Batur, which is a volcano. And it's a sunrise hike you do up to the top. It's amazing. And we do this on all of our trips. But it was the first time you and I had ever done that. And I was like, wow, that was 9 years ago? That's crazy, right? And that day on top of that volcano, we're like, wow, look where we are. We're in Bali. And like never once did it like we would have brought, now 6 groups back that we would all be sharing that on top of the volcano together at sunrise. Like having no idea 9 years later, that would be the life. Like it's crazy.
No, it's nuts. And I mean, just that trip in general, like meeting G'day on that trip. We were just talking to Laura about it, which we'll get into a little bit at the end of this podcast. But like, just the fact of like telling her the story of that and like her just being like, wow, that's like crazy about how we went back in 2022 and met up with G'day again. And then didn't ever think we'd even take groups to Bali. And he just was kind of like, I'll rent a bus and drive you guys around if that's what you want. And then it was just like gates opened,
Boom.
Game over. And it's like all those moments, that you look back on in your lifetime and never know what they're going to end up being, right? But then you can look back and see how special they were in their individual moments, and how it shaped your life. And I think we've been able to actually see that full circle, and I think that the love and the joy that I have getting off the plane every time I land in Bali, we get to share that with a new group of people. It just really makes it special.
Oh, 100%. Like, it's just crazy. Our first time there was 9 years ago. And all the things that have happened. I mean, even our first time in the Gili Islands, right? Like we take the group to the Gili Islands. It's such a cool, unique place. There's no cars. Like you either bike or you walk. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And the first time we went 9 years ago, I had horrible sun poisoning and Bali belly. And I just remember we rented this like little Airbnb, which is so funny because it's right by the port and we
walk
go by. I know
Mm-hmm.
we're like, that's where we stayed the first time we ever came here. And we were staying, I was so sick. And I just remember like, I couldn't go out in the sun because of my sun poisoning. And I was just on the toilet, so sick. All I wanted was like some saltines and like a ginger ale for my stomach. I couldn't keep anything down. And just being like, I just like want to go home. Like, this is horrible. Like, because you're so far from home. You're in this completely different place. And
no such thing as saltines. Just
honey, you went
honey
out.
Crackers.
Yeah, you went out to get me quote unquote saltines. Yeah, and it was just like crackers with like honey and caramel on them and like some weird soda. And I was like, no, like we were in paradise and I can't even like leave the room. And I remember being like so sad. But then I started to feel better, as you do, and like getting out. And like I remember like going across to the beach and walking around just being like, this is so crazy, and like going into the water and like snorkeling and seeing a sea turtle for the first time. Yeah, you're just like, what? Where are we? Like, I don't know. It's just, but looking at the Kim and Aaron back then and like oh my God, they call them the Gili swings. They don't have them anymore.
Because it was tearing the coral.
Yeah. But then they did. And like, that was like what all the cool like YouTubers were doing. You'd like go down to the Bali swing at sunset and like do a photo shoot. And remember when we went down there and like we were doing a photo shoot and then we were like looking at the pictures and it was like you couldn't see anything. It was just like dark, like I don't know. We were just like out there doing our Bali swing photo shoot or the Gili tea photo shoot. And I don't know. It was just like such a unique time, a special time in our life that we were just, out in the world and traveling, not knowing at all what Bali would become to us at that point. It was just, we were in awe of like, wow, this place like truly is special. And then we met G'day. He became like such a special part of our experience in Bali. And now it's grown into a place in our hearts that we love so deeply. And just the fact we get to share it with people and like our own unique way infused with, G'day and having this local experience with like basically like our family member in Bali. Yeah, just what it ended up turning into. I just think life is really cool when you can look back and connect the dots that you never would have seen coming. And you look back, you're like, yeah, oh my gosh, look how it all like unfolded, It's just like really cool.
I know.
So,
I love it.
Anyways, if you want to come to Bali with us, go check it out. Go read the sales page, go over the itinerary. Everything you need to know is on there. And it's going to be and I think all of our Bali trips are special, but I think just knowing this will be the last time that we'll personally be there for a while. Like I'm really, really excited about it. And
I'm going to, going into it as a closing chapter, right? Of like, yeah, setting it up for the next to hand off the baton. I'm kind of, I'm like really going into it with that perspective, because I even think we said it last year and I was like not ready to let it go.
No, I know.
And I just hung on and hung on and hung on. But I've actually already started the conversations with our vendors to just kind of like put that out there, that we're setting this up to pass the baton on. And so, making so it's seamless for the next host that takes it.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you want to experience Bali with us, one. Let's freaking go, man. And of course, we're always here. If you have any questions about anything with any of our trips, feel free to reach out. Email, Instagram, whatever. Okay, so in other news, we just dropped our first guest off at the airport.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think just having our first guest, right? Like being travelers for 14 years, never really having space. I mean, we've had people come visit, but like we haven't really had space. And so to have our first guest come, we had a room for her. There was space there. I don't know. It was just like, wow, like this feels so cool.
There was definitely, you're wondering, right? We haven't had a guest, for a long time, since your sister has come and visited us. And that's actually stayed with us for a significant, it was a 4-day weekend. And so it's just, there was a lot of unknown of like, I don't know, I was hoping the office was comfortable, and it really was. And it was great. And it was, she had her own space. And like this place is big enough that, it was like, she was like, I'm going to go take a nap. I'm tired. And like went up and took a nap, and Kim and I were downstairs, and it wasn't ever like, shh.
Yeah.
Like
it really felt like we were welcoming somebody into our home.
Yeah.
And just like little, like we went and I realized I'm like, oh, I have one coffee mug. Cause you don't really drink coffee and like you drink iced coffee. So like you have your own special like glass for that. I've had the same coffee mug for, ever, that I take with me everywhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, we don't even have a coffee mug for if a guest came, a proper coffee mug, And so we went out and we bought like 2 coffee mugs. And, since we've been traveling for so long, we have a couple bowls, a couple silverwares. Like we really don't have that much. And then you realize that when someone else comes into your space, you're like, oh, we probably need to like get some stuff if you want people to come,
And I love that it was, I don't know, it was very symbolic that Laura came, who was a traveler, who's in the travel world, who actually even like loved the fact that we served breakfast in Tupperware.
Yeah, she got it. She got it. She's like, I freaking love it.
Yeah, because it's just like, that's what we have. That's what we use because it's easy to pack up and off we go.
Yeah.
And like being like, man, we're home. Like we could actually get some bowls. And I know that seems so easy to think of, but it's just like, we've lived like this for so long that we almost don't know any different, and like, why do we need bowls? We have Tupperware, like we're fine.
Yeah. You don't even like think about it.
No.
But I feel like too, just having her like Laura. So if you know the company Nomadic, it's like a therapy, like basically she matches you with like really good recruiters in the industry and
the best recruiters. Yeah.
She built that company from scratch. Like she was actually like a mentor to us she's
the first entrepreneur we ever like really were in contact with.
Yeah. And she's just an incredible human. And so it just reminded me too, like the power of this like travel community, because we met her through travel. Right. And we met her at TravCon 8 years ago, I think. And it's funny because we knew about Nomadic, right? And we went, it was our first ever TravCon. We didn't know anybody. And we like showed up and we like gave a talk on being minimalist. Remember like our circle talk? And like being a minimalist as a traveler. And we had just learned about this travel conference. We had never heard about it before. And I forgot how we even learned about it.
Hey, real quick, we hope you're loving today's episode and we wanted to take a moment to keep you in the loop. If you work in healthcare or you're a healthcare traveler, or you know someone who works in healthcare and is interested in fun adventure travel, you've got to know about our Travsessed Adventure Trips. And listen, we get it. Working in healthcare can feel really demanding, overwhelming, and stressful. We spend so much time taking care of others that we forget to take care of ourselves.
So let us take care of you on a Travsessed trip. Once you sign up for a trip, we literally take care of everything. The planning, the logistics, and all the little details. So all you have to do is show up, have fun, and make unforgettable memories with a group of like-minded, adventurous travel friends. This is your time to step away from the chaos, recharge, have some fun, and come back feeling like the best version of you. Everyone who comes on a Travsessed trip says you come as strangers, leave as family. Literally. Travsessed trips have sparked dozens of new friendships, adventure squads, and travel soulmates that last way beyond the trip.
And honestly, it's not about the places we go. It's about the amazing people you meet along the way. We personally plan every itinerary based on our own travel adventures, so we have been there, done that, and know all the best things to do and see that you would not find on your own. Plus, we've got some awesome local friends on the ground to help us make each trip extra fun, special, and totally unique. Our trips are for active adventurers who like to get out of their comfort zones and push their limits. And the best part? We keep our groups small and intimate so you can form real connections like really, really fast.
So if you're ready to ditch the planning stress, find your adventure crew, and travel like never before, head over to imtravsessed.com and grab your spot on one of our next adventures.
That's imtravsessed.com.
Or you can send us a DM over on Instagram at KimandErinG.
That is KIMANDERRANG.
Just DM us the word adventure and we can chat more about it. You can also find our Instagram, our website. Everything is linked in the show notes below. Also, at the time of this recording, we have 3 spots left to join us in Oaxaca, Mexico in 2025, which honestly is one of our favorite trips. Yeah. So you can head over to our website, check that out. And we also have so many more fun adventures coming your way in 2026.
We cannot wait to see you on one of our life-changing trips. Now let's dive back into the episode. You found Laura, and then it led to this TravCon thing, and then you looked it up, and then you just reached out and were like, "Can we talk?"
Yeah, can we give a talk on being a minimalist and because we were really into that at that time, and we were listening to the minimalists, and we were really hitting that hard. So we're that's such a great topic to talk about for the travel world. And they were like, sure, come on
Which never happens, apparently.
And they said, because it was so close to which is interesting because we ended up becoming part of the TravCon committee. And so we learned how that whole system worked. So in hindsight, looking back, it was very unusual because I think the conference was a month out. And they're they usually don't let people just come in and talk, but they went to our YouTube because we were YouTubers at the time. And they loved our energy and they thought it would be fun. And so we weren't speaking on a stage, but we had I guess not even a round table, but it was more of
it's
a
informal.
Smaller gathering. Yeah. Which was perfect because it was the first time we'd ever done anything like that before. So it was a really great way to ease in where you felt more chill and relaxed. And a lot of people came and listened, which was super fun. But anyways, so they were you know what, we're going to take a chance because you guys just have great energy. Let's go. And so we went to TravCon and we did our talk. And then we were meeting all these other travelers that, again, at the time, we didn't even know this whole community existed. And it was our final night they have a huge after party. It's so much fun. And I remember you had my pink high heels in your pocket of your jacket. I had taken them off because my feet hurt so bad from dancing. And we ran up to Laura.
The lights had come on. Everybody was clearing out.
We're leaving. Yeah, show's over, party's over. And we ran up to her oh my gosh, Laura, we're coming here and we, would love to chat with you and whatever. I thought she was a celebrity, I'm Laura from Nomadic here. And she was so nice. And she's yeah, let's exchange numbers. And then she ended up following up. And we started talking and it was again, one of those like insta soul connections where you're just like, wow, like you're my people. Like we get each other. You know, we loved like having these long conversations, like entrepreneurship, mindset, like so much. And it just became this instant friendship out of us running up to her on a dance floor and being like, hi, like, do you want to be our friend?
I mean, it's funny. You take a chance and it works.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing ever. You know, and I remember you were like, no. And I was like, oh no, this is the time.
Embarrassed. We're doing it.
We're at least going to say hi.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's all it takes, right? I'm not asking for anything else. Just say hi.
Yeah.
And that was the moment. And we captured it. And it kind of goes to our style of life too, I think, which has really never let us down. It's like, there's no hesitation. You just got to go, right? Yeah, it's intimidating and it's crazy. And at the time, that was like huge. And it's like, she didn't know us from Adam. Like, who cares, right? Like, but it worked, right? And it was like the coolest thing ever. And now what it's shaped up to be. And it's like, we hadn't heard from her in a long time. You know, we're living lives. And it's like, she showed up here and it was literally like no time had passed.
Yeah.
And it was just so refreshing and amazing and fun and enlightening. And I feel, you know, just like lit up, right? This weekend was awesome.
Yeah.
I feel value from this weekend.
Oh, 100%. It just reminds you of like surrounding yourself with like-minded people who, again, it's just easy, right? Like we all share such similar interests and how we talk and like the deep conversations that we have. And we can talk about so many things. And obviously we have that entrepreneurial spirit. I always feel so inspired, like from an entrepreneur standpoint too, with her. And like, it's just so important to be around people that light you up, that like, again, and I'll say, I'm somebody who I like my space, right? So like, going and meeting somebody for dinner is very different than having somebody in your home for 4 days. Like I will not just let anyone come into my home, my space. Like it's sacred to me. And it's a completely different energy, right? Of like someone's in your home, you know? But anyways, like I would never even question Laura coming into our home. Like that's not what I'm just saying, like the fact that she was here and like, it was just so easy and so fun and so connective. You just that's what I was saying is that that's easy to feel drained by, essentially, right? And like being around people who don't drain you, who actually like fuel you, like energize you, excite you. Like if you're around people that you feel like drained by, like those aren't really your people. Like we were together nonstop every day, 4 days, wake up to get like every day. And like, I never once felt like drained by that. And my social battery can drain. Like I'm all in because I love people. I want to talk to people. I put a lot of energy into conversations. So I can sometimes get my social battery can drain. But I think when you're around the right people, that doesn't happen as fast. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
I thought about the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, usually I'd like to take a break of alone time in my room or out on the swing or something. I was just like, no, I'm going to miss something. Like, no, like it just, like you said, it was so easy, so fun, so energizing.
Yeah.
Which was really, really, it's a special bond.
But of course, like she lives in Dallas and it's like, again, we're in this place where we live here now. Like we live in Denver, so grateful, home base, and just really craving that community aspect and grateful for this travel community. Again, like we met her through TravCon. Oh, and then we went and met another friend.
I was going to say.
Jess knew through TravCon, right? Like it's just, again, it's such a small world. And I just, and Jess lives in Denver and it's like, oh, cool. Like, let's meet up. Let's go for a hike or something, you know? And I don't know. I just think, again, it just reminds me of how awesome this community is. And I think, again, for us, like Travsessed is such an amazing way to meet people and to meet community and to meet like-minded people. And again, that doesn't mean you come on a group trip and you're like, oh my God, I love every single person on this trip. But you do like, you connect with certain people more obviously than, you know, others. That's just the way it is, human nature, right? But like, I just feel like we have met so many amazing people from these trips. And people on these trips have met lifelong friends, right? That they would never have known. And I just think like, I don't know, there's just so much power in that. And like, I'm just grateful we have that. But I also am at a place that I feel like we have so many friends all over the place and people that we love and people that we like want to spend time with and we would make an effort to spend time with, but that we don't have anybody directly where we are, you know, to like build a relationship. Everyone's so scattered.
I agree. I also think it's just like anything you're building, right? It does take time. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, I mean, we moved into this place and knew that we were staying long-term in December, mm-hmm. right? So like, it's just now February 1st. So that's going to take time and it is something that we want and we're looking for. But I also know that we have a very busy rest of the year coming up, mm-hmm. right? And we're kind of, you know, again, fun things with Laura. We're sitting here on the couch and next thing you know, we all have our notes out on our phone and we're writing our top 3 goals that is non-negotiable for this year. Mm-hmm. And in those top 3 goals had nothing to do with community. It had to do with like pushing Travsessed forward, period, end of story. And we both were locked in on our goals and we never even talked about it.
That's true.
So like those are big moments to really look at, right? And it paints a picture of where your top 3 are. And I can tell you, if community was like building a community was getting in the way of those top 3, sorry, that's out.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. But yeah, that because like building friendships and stuff like that takes time and effort and energy. And I think also the last few years of our life, we've obviously been traveling and been, you know, traveling in healthcare. So like moving around all the time, right? As we do, but also with like Travsessed and stuff, like we haven't had a lot of time. Like, you know, you can't, what is it saying? Like you can have everything, but not all at once or whatever. And like, we just haven't had a lot of energy or time to put into relationships and friendships consistently because we just haven't had the time. And I feel like we are moving into a place now where we have a little bit more space because we're not constantly moving all the time. And so it's like, you're right, that wasn't on the goal list. I think it's just something that I want to make more of an effort to do.
Yes.
But it wasn't, that wasn't like on my top 3 goal list.
Correct.
If that makes sense.
And no, I'm super excited to like really start to open doors for that, right? And make efforts into that.
And what I'm talking about is I feel like we have an amazing community with Travsessed. Like we already have that built in, which is interesting because we already have so much social connection in our life because of Travsessed, right? And so I'm so excited. Our next trip is Kilimanjaro. And I'm so excited because I know the people in that group and I'm so excited to have this adventure with them, to see them, to connect with them, to catch up with them. And everybody in this group, for the most part, are people like we know and we have relationships with and we've hiked with. Yeah. And so I'm so excited for that, right? And I'm excited for all the trips, but like that is such a different energy. And there is also a different connection in a way of like, we still are the host, right? Like we are still running the trip. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. There's just a lot of moving things. So it's not exactly the same as like, oh, let me just like be a guest on the trip, which is is different. So there still is that like we're in it and we're social, but we still are in a different place in our minds with like the other things that are going on behind the scenes that we are making sure the trip is running smoothly. So it is very different than just being on a trip with friends where you don't have to worry about coordinating anything. You're like, whatever, let's just go figure it out. It's a different dynamic. So it's a little different.
You know what just hit me?
What?
That's the exact words I was trying to explain to you at Perdita. When you and Laura were having fun and talk, we all were, right? But there's a little bit in the back of my mind that's like, I'm driving us home. Mm-hmm. So no, I'm not getting that other drink, but you guys could have ordered another margarita and never even thought about it because the conversation was good and you were in it and you were comfortable. For me, I'm like, I can't sit here much longer because like, I want to kind of just like hang out and like relax. But there was something in the back of my mind that's like, no, I'm getting us home. I'm driving. And you were like, oh, I get it, like blah, blah, blah. But that was a really good explanation of how our trips are. Yeah. We're constantly driving people home.
Yeah, you're thinking, right? That makes sense.
We can hang out and have a good time, but there's something in the back of my mind that like, you're driving home.
Yeah.
Like, and you always got to keep that.
And you got to be on.
Correct.
You always have to be on to some degree, right?
Yes.
And yeah, so it is an interesting dynamic. So that's what I was saying. Meaning is like, I feel like we do have that social aspect in our life, and I'm so excited for that. But I also, it's so different than like craving coming home and even just having like one couple that we just like go have dinner with or go on a hiking trip with or go camping with. That's just like your people that you know what I mean? That are locked in, that like, we're home like Friday night, like let's go get dinner and catch up. Like, cool. Like next weekend, do you want to climb a 14? Or like, you just have those go-to people that when we're home, we can share life with them. And that's very different too than like, you know, when you're stable in a place, like that's how friendships grow, right? Is like, you go meet for dinner once a week, or you go do X, Y, and Z once a month. Like you kind of build on each other, where we've been out of that for so long because we've always been moving around and haven't really had the time, that we just haven't put energy into building that sort of social relationship. Our social relationships come a lot from Travsessed, because that is a huge part of our life and where we're social and we're meeting people, right? And like, I wish there was so many people that we could recruit to just move to Denver that like become your crew that you just can like do life with, you know? And like, I really crave that. So her being here, yeah, it just really like filled my heart and my tank for needing that kind of a connection. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for those kinds of friendships in our lives.
I agree.
Yeah, it's ready to put more energy into that. So now our guest is gone. Yeah. And back to it, man. Time to like, that's the other thing with the guests. Like now, like you clean for them to come, you clean when they leave. So like, I got to do like lots of cleaning and laundry and all that stuff today and get ready for the week. I know, it's back to it.
I know, you just live in this like fun La La Land for a while. Which we haven't really...
Like vacation mode.
Yeah, we haven't done in a while.
No.
You know, I mean, it's been... We might have a day or two here and there. But, like, I feel like ever since we got home from Oaxaca, it's just been, like, head down, man. It's like, time's flown. I mean, it really has. It's crazy. It's February. Like, really, February of 2026. No, like, that's...
It's insane.
It's insane to me.
My birthday, we've talked about it here, is... My 40th is next month, and we still like don't know what we're going to do, because we have so much like back and forth energy of like, you know, we know we only have a long weekend, so we're not going to take longer than that, because we talked about like Costa Rica, blah, blah, blah. Like we don't have that much time. So we're like, I would really love to do like an Iceland winter trip, just a long weekend. But then we're like, I don't know, like the next couple of months are so busy with travel. And like, anyways, we're just like back and forth and back and forth. And like, what are we going to do? And now I'm at the point, I'm like, let's just like stay home and watch a movie.
We will have to like talk about that a little more, because I do feel like we said there's always distractions. There's always things to go do. And this is the longest that you and I have stayed put. And it also triggers when we just picked up and dropped off somebody from the airport. And the fact that we weren't parking. Well, I mean, it was like very bizarre, and it felt weird.
I felt depressed. And then we pulled into the airport, and like, what's right in front of us? A plane that says Icelandic Air. And I think that was a sign, because Denver has a route, Denver to Reykjavik. That's nonstop. Yeah. And then like, that was the only plane that was right there staring at us. And I think it was a sign from the universe.
I mean, yeah, but there's also that goal setting, right?
I know.
Like saying that we were staying put until we leave for Kilimanjaro. And like, we should do that because it's the longest we've ever had. And that was our goal. And I just literally talked your head off for 30 minutes about, I'm ready to go PRN tomorrow and just like go, right? And like, I need to go hit some countries and travel and just be there with you and kind of just have that month or two of just like roaming. Mm-hmm. And I feel that 100%. And if you said like, game on and here's how we're going to do it, it would be hard for me to say no. But I also am just like, that little voice is in there of just like, we said we were going to do this. Let's follow through.
I know.
And it'll be that much more special.
It's the travelers in us for sure, of like, you've hit your 3-month mark.
I've hit what?
Is it our power? Oh my, our power is going on and off.
Fluctuating.
Oh my gosh, what's going on?
I don't know.
I'm scared.
It's okay. Well, power's out.
What?
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do with our life?
I don't know. Well,
I wonder why.
I don't know either.
Okay, that was weird. Anyway, what I was saying was 3 month. You get the 3 month itch, where it's funny. It's like ingrained as a traveler. I think it's just the behavior you're used to is every couple of months you're kind of picking up and you're moving somewhere new and it becomes just a normal part of your lifestyle. And so this is the longest we've been in a long time that we haven't gone anywhere. And I feel like, well, okay, we say that. We literally just flew to Florida and drove across the country.
That was not fun.
Okay, no, that's you. So you're saying just like, okay. So, because I'm like, actually, we have been somewhere. We have been on a plane. We drove across the country.
That was so stressful.
That's true. Different vibes. But yeah, this is the longest we've been somewhere. We haven't gone anywhere. And so I don't know, is it a retraining of your lifestyle, like your mentality, or is that just always going to be a part of how we operate?
100%. That is the life that you and I have set out to build.
Yeah.
I want to stay home for 3 months. I want to be in my routine. I want to go to the gym. I want to look in the mirror and feel good about myself and feel elevated and actually have all the things that we need to get done for Travsessed and all the goals and things that we want to like knock off the list and get things rolling. And then I want to get on a fucking plane and be like, bye, and just wake up in a new place and go explore it and take our food tours on the first day and like get to know the area and walk around and go to dinners and go on adventures and go for hikes. And like, I just have like a whole new mentality of like, even when I travel, what I want to do. And like, I want to seek out hikes in different countries. I want to like seek out different things that are more adventurous and like go do and like still have like time and chill and just be like, where do you want to go next? Right. And have that one-way ticket booked and just kind of stream it along until we're ready to come home.
Yeah.
And like, I want to do that under this new kind of like circumstance that you and I have.
I love it.
And then come home and be home for another 2 or 3 months and then bounce again.
Yeah.
Whether that's 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I don't know.
I know. Ugh. Just love it. It's in our blood. It's in our being. It's in our soul, And
now living where we live, and I think I kind of wanted to elaborate that too, is like also like Laura coming to visit. I've never been more pumped for somebody to come to visit. Because we literally had more things to do than we could do.
Then we had time.
And
we had to narrow it down.
I mean, it's like we had to just stay in the proximity because it's like, well, I mean, we didn't go into hardcore planning because she was even like, I just kind of want to hang out. I want to have coffee, deep conversations, be in nature for a little bit, but like,
just hang out with you guys.
Yeah, just hang. Like, I don't need to be all busy, and which was like cool, right? So we just stayed within little areas that Kim and I like to go off and do day trips to, and we did those things, and it was so special, and it felt so cool. And it's like so exciting to live where we live and be so proud of it.
And yeah, and to love where you live so much and be so excited to like share that with someone else. And yeah, when you and I were like talking about it, we're like, there's so much we can do and share. And I don't think I've ever felt that way about anywhere we've lived. Like, we've lived in some cool places. But yeah, it was just, yeah, like you said, being proud and being excited to share a place with someone else. I don't know.
San Fran, yeah.
I mean, San Diego. We've lived in amazing places, but with like so much cool stuff to do. But I don't know, like here is just, there's so much we love. And whether it's food or a hike or outdoors or a lake, like it's so like versatile of the things that we love. So that was really fun. And we also celebrated Mimi LaRue's 16th birthday.
Her sweet 16.
Yeah.
Instead of getting a car, she got a stroller.
We took her on a stroller ride. And she loved that. And yeah, she's freaking 16, dude. It's crazy. And she's being very weird right now.
Well, look what time it is.
Do you think she's sensing something?
No, it's time for her to go potty and go get her chop.
It's not 3.
Yes, it is.
Holy shit. Okay, let's go. We got to wrap this up. Let's figure out what's going on with our power. Okay, well, it was fun to hang out with you on this Sunday. Thank you for listening. Again, check out Bali, man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Bali 6, baby.
I'm so excited. I really am.
All the Balinese are excited for you to come.
Yep.
We told G'day about it. He just sent us a picture of his Travsessed tattoo.
He's pumped, man. Let's do it.
She said, I'm always Travsessed. Let's get another one going.
Yeah. So anyways, have a good rest of your week. We're here if you have any questions, and we hope to see you and share Bali with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Toodles.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope that you really, really enjoyed it.
And if you did love this episode, can you please do us a huge favor and just share this with one of your friends? Like, just somebody that you think will get value from this episode. It would mean so much to us.
Yeah, like do it now. Like while you're inspired, go now.
Like right this second.
Yeah,
go. Or just like share it on your Instagram story and tag us at Kim and Aaron G so that we can see it and thank you personally for helping us share this message, share this episode, and blow this baby up.
Yeah, help spread the obsession.
Ooh.
You can do that.
Let's get obsessed.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much. We are so grateful to be on this journey with you, and we will see you next week.
Bye.